If we consolidate between now and 10 a.m., then look for 10 a.m. as a Judas swing. We'll see how we want to react next. A couple minutes here. We didn't get, so 9:30 Judas, I would assume, is this downside move. We didn't get a clean sweep of sell side. This swing low doesn't really count to me. I would like to see preferably this swing low here, maybe a full closure of the RTH gap, and then we can maybe bounce off that at 10 a.m. and look for 50% of the dealing range, something like that. Now, the best consolidations before the macro happen between 9:45 and 10 o'clock. So if you don't see a clear entry between there, we're not displacing, we haven't swept out sell side, that's when 10 o'clock brings a Judas swing into whatever sell side, and you can actually find a high probability turtle soup entry right at 10 o'clock. Right between 10 o'clock and 10:15, you see turtle soup and then a reversal. And you can just scalp 20 points off that or look for reversal targets, within premium or discount. I have a whole separate PDF on that, so I'll show that later. So here's 9:50 macro. Really have no clear entries, so we're going to wait for 10 o'clock. There's two kinds of 9:50 macros. There's one where you have enough data before 9:50 to completely make a trade or enter a trade between 9:50 and 10. There's another one where there isn't enough data and you have to wait till after 10 o'clock to frame a setup, which, either one is perfectly fine. There's no preference to whichever one is better. I actually prefer after 10 a.m. for an entry. That being said, news drivers and low probability days will mess that up, which I think I do have that also written down within there. And even at 9:30, yeah, we just dumped off. So if 9:30 popped up, swapped that out, and then started trimming back lower, that would be a nice Judas. 9:30 failed Judas also typically creates reversals at 10 a.m. Right? We have bisi liquidity we're looking for pre-market that night 16.050. Failed to get it there. Lots of liquidity building up between these two levels, right? So we're tapping into this inversion gap here. Here comes 10 a.m. So I'm watching, this is also sell side here. So here comes the sweep. Looking for this low too. But really I want to see this. Like, this is what I am favoring. There's your sell side purge right at 10 a.m. It's got to be magic. But ran out the, so see, look, between 9:45 and 10 o'clock, mostly just consolidation in here, right? 10 o'clock to 10:15, you see a Judas, and then either a retracement or reversal. Okay, so if we're already expanding between this leg, you see a retracement happen at 10 a.m. If we're consolidating, you see a reversal. There's your sell side. Now watch how we react. Okay, if we want to close out the entire gap, RTH gap, that'd be fine. But if we start closing above this gap here, that would be an instant, first indication that we want to start to reverse. So we got the sell side purge. Now watch for CISD. Okay, so this down closing candle, since we did close above it, I'm watching to see if this wants to use as an order block. If we just wick into it, that's a good sign. So watch how I react here. Maybe the first indication we're in a CISD. Potential SMT forming, ES being stronger of the two. Nice. Yeah, so at 10 a.m. you also will see SMT between the lows, but we already kind of got that. So watch how we close around this sibi. I actually feel confident taking a demo, even though we don't get the proper CIC. I'll put a stop loss at the low. Expecting this to be flipped and used as inversion. I'm entering off of the idea that it's just a framework idea. It's not even a PD array idea. So we'll probably get some resistance around here and start trading back up. But I mean, in terms of framework, I think it's solid. Didn't get a Judas swing up until 10. This is like my first turtle soup entry, I think, in a while. We're trading up through the IFG magically. So you can use it to find either the stronger or the weaker market, and you can trade off that. Or you can use, there's no inefficiencies between here and here. We have a tiny one that we may see a wick back and forth, but I would like to see speed up until at least this high. Could use that as a partial as well. NQ took sell side liquidity, yes, didn't. DXY still climbing up. I expect DXY to flip. It should start dropping off now. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Already 20 points in profit, so That's the minimum, right? So I'm just kind of being greedy here, looking for the 40 points, but look where we're chopping around. That gap, right? As expected, once we close above it, should it get speed? Let's look for speed, maybe probably around here. Something like that. Watch the speed now. I would say if you are holding runners, it's good to just place take profit zones, at least for me. If I'm holding runners, I don't like having it just run and then I have to manually close it. I think having a zone and not moving that zone. So don't think there's your speed. Magic, right? And sweep that and climb up to the sibi. I won't manually close it, but if you sweep this and then instantly reject, I'll close. Once we tag this, I'm expecting a retracement. So that's why I want to get out here. Take one at the high, and then if it retraces, it is what it is. Or if it just flies all the way through it, that's fine. And oh, I just wicked it. Come on. Come on, just pop up one more time. Alright, let's get the speed now. Oh, we're filling this gap here. Okay, I'll just close it out here. I'm not gonna get too greedy. Hello? There we go. I haven't seen this gap. It's inefficiently delivered, so we can see retracement. Still what, good 30-ish points? I told you if it flipped, I would take it off, so that's what I did. And that's your, I don't know what, turtle soup entry, I guess. The first one of, probably since July. I don't think I've traded turtle soup in a while. And there's your close all the way through, so I'm glad I took it off there, actually. But it's kind of hard to gauge exactly when you're going to reverse, so it's just good to wait for the change in state of delivery and then use that. So I saw it tap into the order block here, and I'm like, all right, let's just send it. And it flew off that. This would be high probability. We're expecting between 9:30 and 10, some sort of Judas swing, right? No Judas swing, no Judas swing at 9:40, no Judas swing at 9:50, and we have consolidation between 9:45 and 10. And what did I say before, right? We're going to sweep out sell side and reverse. Came down, swept out the consolidation zone, sell side and into the pre-market sell side, right? And we started to reverse. So you're going to be looking for change in state of delivery. If you pull a shorter block here, tapped into it multiple times, and we started closing above. So that would be a high probability turtle soup.